In the early 20th century, after studying journalism, Berenice Abbott took up residence in Greenwich Village, an area of New York City popular with artists. Here she would meet the French sculptor Marcel Duchamp and the American photographer Man Ray. Life in America was difficult for artists. Berenice Abbott boarded an ocean liner, the Rochambeau, and set sail for Paris. She discovered the bohemian lifestyle of the interwar period. After studying at Antoine Bourdel's studio, Berenice Abbott went to work for Man Ray, who she met before in New York. With him, she learned to develop photographs. Man Ray was impressed with her talent. She opened her own photography studio, which became a successful business, attracting a clientele that ranged from famous celebrities to regular folks. Notice how her shots are tightly framed, and the composition simple. Berenice Abbott was greatly influenced by the famous photographer Eugène Atget. She took his pictures just before he died. Eugène Atget was known for his photographs of the working class in the late 19th century Paris. He captured the city before construction on Haussmann's design had begun. By the time Berenice Abbott returned to New York, she too was using photography to document society. She would champion Atget's work for the rest of her life. Upon her return to the United States in 1929, Berenice Abbott was asked to document the constant state of flow of New York City for the project Changing New York. Berenice didn't care for instant photos. She preferred to take her time, setting up her camera at a precise angle, focusing on the subject, and then exposing the film for several minutes. For a night view, Berenice exposed the film during 15 minutes. She followed her lens wherever it took her, like construction sites and industrial ports. Just think of where she had to stand to take such pictures. She wanted to capture reality, its shadows and light, its contrasts and juxtapositions, the great, the modest, the beautiful, the new. She took 302 photographs of New York City for the project. Berenice grew interested in the American countryside and took a trip across the United States to see its fields, farm, and small towns. When the Farm Security Administration, FSA, commissioned a project from her in 1954, she took another long road trip along Route 1, which runs north to south along the East Coast. She was disturbed by the poverty she saw along the way and decided to show the reality of the American scene. In the late 50s, Berenice Abbott began a new project for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, contributing to research using scientific photography. To promote science among young American students, the government commissioned a photo series from Berenice Abbott to explain scientific phenomena. Under Berenice Abbott's gaze, the invisible became visible, and the abstract became concrete. It was solitary work, and scientists at the time weren't always supportive. Today, however, her work is heralded by physicists who continue to refer to her photos. In order to capture scientific phenomena on film, Berenice had to invent new equipment. She invented a way to enlarge her photographs and a new size of negatives. She patterned inventions throughout her life, including a jacket with 20 pockets to carry all her equipment. You can see her work at MoMA, New York, National Portrait Gallery, Washington, National Museum of American History, Washington, Centre Pompidou, Paris.